on our way to my parents' house to go hang out with them. Today's our last day here in Texas with our family, so I am not feeling the greatest. I woke up actually crying, and I feel like I'm actually going to cry now. I don't want to though, so we have a few friends coming over tonight to say bye. And you have anything to say?
No, it's bittersweet. I'm going to be working from my in-laws' house today. I had a meeting this morning. Just be working from there just because, we want to give them the opportunity to hang out with them before we head out. We are planning to be back out here, Lord willing, in March for a wedding. And then we also hope to have, our in-laws come out, and her parents, my in-laws, come out and visit. It's definitely bittersweet. This morning our devotional was about Abraham, when he was called to leave his home, his father, his family, and it gave us a little bit of peace, no, babe? What did you say?
Yeah, it did. I think for me, thinking what our purpose was helped me a lot. Like, it's not just because we want to. I feel like at this point we need to, and the plans that we had, we just really wanted to get our kids into a different lifestyle, and giving them a simpler life and getting out of this. I want them to have an open mind and to be out of this rat race of, American dream. I think that's the main reason why we wanted to do this, get out in nature and teach the kids a different way of life. I think that's our number one goal, and prepare a really awesome place for our friends and family to come and visit and stay and enjoy that different lifestyle as well, So when I really dwell on the reasons, it helps me not cry and feel better about our decision. Because honestly, when I don't think about those things, it's easy for me to say, screw it, let's stay. You know what I mean? Even though we spent so much money preparing this, but it's so easy to just throw up our hands and be like, you know what, never mind, and so today is really hard for me, and every time I start feeling that knot in my stomach, I have to start thinking about the reasons why we're doing it, and it subsides. And I definitely need to pray, because honestly, the only true peace is through Jesus. So I have to constantly keep praying, So, but it's exciting. It's a new journey, a new adventure that the Estradas are going on, and I like adventures, so.
I agree. And I think for me, one of the reasons, besides, us, is wanting to give the kids a different lifestyle. You guys know I'm a city boy. I want to try to learn how to connect with nature. And something I read today in a book called Patriarchs and Prophets was that Abraham had to be removed from his family, from his friends, from the things that we love, from his environment. He had to be removed there so he could learn how to depend on God. And I think sometimes it's so easy to depend on one's own strength and their work and their hustle, on their being comfortable. And I've always said that one doesn't grow when they're comfortable, one grows when they're uncomfortable. For example, these last 2 weeks, health-wise, I've been horrible with the moving around, with the drive. It's just...
I feel like I've gained like 15 pounds.
It's been bad. But, it's like, okay, we're going to go on a road trip tomorrow, but let's get back on it we're not just doing this for physical reasons, but spiritual reasons. And we really just want to change everything in our life for the good, and learn how to depend on God, learn how to challenge ourselves. Sometimes eating what I want, sleeping whenever I want, it seems comfortable, but I need to be uncomfortable. I want to be able to start waking up, 5 o'clock in the morning, spend time with God, spend time in the land. We want to start planting and growing and building. And oh man, yesterday, we'll do another video, but we have so many updates that we need to keep you guys up to date with. But our plan right now is once we get to Puerto Rico, we'll be recording the whole road trip, landing in Puerto Rico, all that stuff. But our plan is once we get settled in Puerto Rico here in the next few weeks, we want to begin building a little small on the land where we could actually stay there, because we're going to be staying in on a furnished apartment during the week because of work and all that stuff. But we want to be able to get like a cabin where I could still work from, but maybe start waking up early and going out and.
Or if we absolutely have to just, be able to spend the night there,
Yeah, and it's not going to be comfortable because it's not going to have the ACs.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I think we need it up there in the mountain, it gets pretty cool. But still, it's not going to be the same comfort. But what if being comfortable has made us? And I'm speaking about myself actually. Has made me who I am not liking. I'm becoming. For my children, they have a better life already because at the age of the twins. Maybe I'm saying too much, but the age of the twins, my mom had already been remarried, and I think I was 2 years with who I call my dad, but the first 5 years of my life, 5-6 years, it was a very difficult time. And even though I was young, I don't remember a lot of it. There are some things that come to my mind. The first time I got to live in a home that we recently sold, the first time I ever got to live in a home that was almost 3,000 square foot was as a grown man. And my children, especially the twins, they were basically in a way born into this comfortable world. And I'm not saying it's bad because we want to give our kids the best, but I do think that those obstacles and the struggles in my life has made me the person I am today. And I want my kids to understand that one has to really work hard for things, but not just that. I want them to realize that it's not always the Monday to Friday 8 to 5 traditional education that we're given. We want to be able to, I want them to think outside of the box. I want them to really not go after the money, but go after what God has put in their hearts. Anyway, I'm preaching too much, but yeah, last day, and we're gonna make the best of it, right, babe?
Yeah.
So
I just don't want anybody crying.
then you
crying.
can't cry.
I know. I'll hold it together if they hold it together.
So I always cry for everything. For those of you guys who know me, I cry for everything. Aaliyah never cries. So to even see her act like this,
crying.
She thinks this makes her soft. So
that's how I was raised.
I'm super soft. We already know that. I'm soft. You laughing back there?
Yeah.
Jay calls me Poppy Pillow because I'm so soft. But I'll cry for everything. But things like this, when it's so overwhelming, I can't cry. Like, I really can't. But Aaliyah cries. It's weird, right? When she cries, I don't cry. And when I cry, which is most of the time, she just blinks at me. But anyway, we love you guys.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You guys want to say anything?
I'm just excited, but I'm a little nervous because I'm moving. Obviously, I'm upset about that because I'm gonna miss my family and Marble and
Your friends.
yeah. But
Well, the
visit,
first couple weeks will feel like a vacation.
Not for Bob because I still got to work.
I know, and we still have to do homeschool. So.
But it's
And we shipped off our homeschool books yesterday. All of them were shipped off. And Jimmy's computer. We weren't anticipating sending his computer. His computer is a very expensive computer, so it was very expensive to ship.
And stop. That's how we do good things with the computer. But listen to this. So we have budgeted $2,000 to ship 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6 boxes, whatever, because the books are heavy.
They're super heavy.
So we're gonna have to put $2,000 aside. But ultimately, after everything went through, we spent less than $1,600. Still a lot, but it was less than $1,600. And the first 2 boxes that got to Puerto Rico,
Shout out to Julio,
Nancy, Carla. They couldn't find the address to where to deliver it to, but thanks to Julio once again and Nancy and Carla, the whole Soto Andino family, they were able to go pick it up for us. So 2 of our boxes have arrived safely already, and they're in the possession of good people who we love. So anyway, so shout out to them. But we're gonna keep you guys updated with what's going on. We're also gonna be talking about pricing of how much stuff we're spending, just in case anyone's thinking about doing this one day. Don't do it. I'm joking. If you're thinking about doing it, just so you could see an idea of what we spend.
There had to be a cheaper way. I feel like we just spent so much money.
We went through UPS and not FedEx. FedEx is more expensive. Shout out for UPS for sponsoring this. They're not sponsoring this.
I wish.
But yeah.
Make
so
some of that money back.
we could have gone to the post office. Everyone's asking me, why did you not do the post
No,
office?
because I
Hold
want my
on.
stuff.
guys said, why not do the post office? Because if you do school books, it's you get like a discount, or it's cheaper. They have a special program. But to all my Puerto Rican family, I'm sorry, but Puerto Rico is known that their post office is not as accurate in delivering things correctly, properly, or on
at
time.
all.
So anyway, I'm not gonna go ahead and judge that situation. Everyone advises you're better off doing UPS or FedEx, and so we ended up doing UPS. So that's the reason we spend more on that. But anyway, we'll be keeping you updated with more.
Now that I think about it, so we have 8 suitcases now. I upped it by 1, and a carry-on. But anyways, I was just thinking, the heaviest box that I had of books was 80 pounds. If I was able to stick those in a suitcase and fly it for free with a Southwest, I would have just had to pay $75 for an overweight bag. And that makes me angry because I just thought of it after spending $1,100 yesterday shipping a freaking box out. Well, you live and learn, right?